guys doing? Hey, hi, how do you do? We are playing more No Man's Sky today. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you doing, buddy? So we're gonna try and do more of the faction stuff today. Mostly because I think it would be absolutely swell if the Weavers win. Just saying. Just happened to get sorted into the best faction. Wonder if that's a coincidence. Sorry, what? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I've established a small planet-side base. Very, very, very small planet-sized base, but I figured I needed to set down some sort of base of operations since I didn't have my Corvette. There's no Corvettes here, so we needed a slight... We needed something. It was either going to be a freighter or a base, and since I can't bring a freighter back with me, I'm making a base. The base will transfer ownership whenever I switch back to my main file, so that's a bit better of an option for me. Doing nice. Finally started watching King of the Hill. So good so far. Oh, you've never seen King of the Hill? Dude. King of the Hill is one of my favorite slice of life. I'm just kidding. That's a stupid thing to say. No, King of the Hill's fucking fantastic. I watched it all the time growing up. Which is why the reboot was so fucking disappointing. Right. A very small planet-side base. This one done? This one's done. And the significance behind this very small planet-side base is the fact that I have set down this base right next to some curious deposits, which, as you guys know, can be turned directly into nanites. Well, turned into runaway mold, which can be turned into nanites. Better way to say it. That reminds me, I need to check something real quick. Because I heard that Goxler Utility got an update, and I want to check with something real quick. De-esser and a blep. Gate and a threshold. Equalizer and a reset. Compressor. Okay. Not the update I was thinking of. Configuration. Effects. So not worried about that. Okay, so there's no other... Yeah, there's nothing else I can do there. Got it, okay. I had heard a little birdie tell me that they possibly had introduced ducking to the software that I used, and that is kind of what I wanted to check. But no, there's I don't see any settings for ducking, so I'm not too worried about it. There's the gate, but I really don't care about the gate, right? Okay, I'll go ahead and minimize that. A few snippets I've seen of the reboot seem nice, but maybe when I get to it, my mind will change. They changed some pretty core things about some very, very lovable characters that they really shouldn't have. And I'm not even talking about the voice actors. Like, that was stupid, yeah, but that's not even what I'm talking about. Like, you're taking a married couple that had been the most passionately in love in the entire series, both in front of other characters and when they're by themselves, and made them have a messy and brutal divorce. It just sounds like you wanted to have a divorced couple, so you did whatever the fuck you wanted, and you decided, well, might as well pick them, because we can't pick Hank and Peggy, right? But people change. Yeah, no. Not that much. Holy shit. That's a toxic dust devil. Just sneaking right up behind me, huh? Here was cycling through my tools to try and get some stuff. You little bastard. Excuse you? Also, I love the flag that they gave us. The fact that we can just plant down a flag for our faction is nice. I like it. Anyway. And then obviously there's some of the stuff with some of the voice actors being changed, which I thought was incredibly stupid. Some of the character choices for other characters was also not very well done. I'd say my favorite part about the reboot was probably Joseph and Dale. Because, man, like, the whole Joseph and Dale's dynamic is just fantastic in the reboot. What I didn't like is how they tried to handle the side baggage from that in, like, I think it was one episode. Really dumb. Why would you bring that up? That shit was already fixed by the time we got here. Why are you doing this? I don't know. I felt that the meat judging episode, which is the last episode of King of the Hill, if I remember correctly, should have been the last episode, and the reboot was not needed in this case. I love Mike Judge. I love his work. It wasn't horrible, but I feel that it wasn't as good as actual King of the Hill. So, if it's not as good as the OG, why in the world are we here, and why are you making this? Please stop. Sort that. There we go. It's easier if you break it into fourths. Split the time between multiple medium refiners, you know? One thing I did not think I'd need to bring with me was salvage modules. Like salvage data modules. I did not think I would need any of those. And yet, here I am. Needing them like crazy. Okay, we're up to 46,000 nanites. We need 50k if we want to get this final upgrade, because I want to bring the expedition multi-tool up to S-class. Easiest way to do that is to just get a little bit of ways for my base and then come back and land. Because that'll reset the local area and respawn my curious deposits there. Bingo. I gotta tell you, this living ship really is growing on me. This should be enough, I think, with what's cooking plus what I'm about to harvest. That should be roughly enough, I think. It's gonna leave me absolutely bereft of nanites, but that's okay. Honestly, I'm mostly upgrading it out of a courtesy because I think it's really cool looking. I don't think its stats could approach the Atlas Scepter. I'm pretty sure the Atlas Scepter is head and shoulders above it. But I really like the look of it, so we aren't too concerned about optimization around here for our No Man's Sky playthrough, so not really a huge concern. Oh my god, stop bitching, Jesus. Wildlife has done nothing but complain about me from the moment I moved in. There's no HOA. I know, I own the only house here. Stop bitching. I'll park where I please. You don't get to tell me what to do, Karen. Alright. Aside from the giant ominous pitcher plants, I think we did pretty good here. There's obviously not much here because, again, I'm lacking salvage modules. I just got what I could. But as soon as we have all of those, we're going to start doing some Weaver missions. Honestly, I could have just had the refiners out here, but man, I got sick of the weather absolutely shit-canning me. That got old real fast. All right. I think if we do one Weaver mission, by the time we come back, that'll be done. So I've heard that the Swarm mothership will not be returning in the main game, and that's just here, but the Swarm salvage things that you can find will be returning in the main game. I don't know if I like that. Like, I understand not having it be able to destroy Atlas beacons in the main game, because that would be real fucked up if it could destroy every Atlas beacon eventually. But I think a random encounter, or the ability to call the Swarm or something to be able to fight the giant space station every now and then would be pretty neat. I think that would be cool. Like, just have a series of structures in each system where you can go hop from each one to each one, bringing a beacon online to eventually summon the Swarm and have to deal with it. I just think that would be neat. Funniest thing about this, I do not have a return teleporter to the base, because you see I didn't have one built, and I don't even know how to build one yet. But you can just make a one-way teleport from here. Something also that's funny, I didn't have to come here. I could have just summoned the Sky Titty where I was. Whoops. Me have no brains sometimes. Alright, let's check the progress on the prismatic core. Last night when we left off, Weaver was in the top spot, followed by Royal, and then Sage. Let's see if it's changed. Alright, who's Ascendant right now? Well, Weaver's still in the top spot. We're ahead by 10k, but can't really get comfortable because, you know. Ah! But why though? What did I do to you? Why do you hurt me this way? Let's see. Yeah, Weaver's still in top spot. Good shit. We've actually been doing a lot of restore. Weaver's been doing a whole lot of restore. Goodness. It's kind of funny. Between the restores and the purges, like, the purges are obviously a big boon, but I'm surprised we have so much restore with how far we are in the lead. Damn, Helldiver's looking different. A little bit, just a little. Oh yeah. Also, I changed my look just a little. Where is my utilities? Toggle camera view. So this is the jetpack that you get from this expedition, and by the way, it fucking looks amazing. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks so nice. Abuse. Rude. And I decided that I would go with the expedition look from our previous expedition, which gave us that nice ship's captain kind of looking outfit, which I actually really like. Looks nice. And of course, for the head, I went with the symbol for the Weavers, because that is what the Weaver symbol is. It's basically this guy's head. Hey man, it's the only way I can defeat Nya. You could always wait for the merchant to stop by. Yeah, so that's the symbol for the Weavers, is this guy's head. It's kind of funny, actually. That is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So you'd rather abuse me than wait for the merchant to show up and legitimately buy some goods and abuse him that way? Mm-hmm. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. You throw your gubbins. Do it. Do it. Come on. Come on, do it. I always think they're gonna install something on this console, but they haven't yet. Is this because I asked you to? The little one's just waking up from his nap, that's all. Obviously, if any of you have are currently playing the expedition and you have been sorted into Weaver, I am absolutely happy to play with you. If you have been sorted into any of the other two aspects, I hope you crash your ship into an asteroid belt and are stranded there for the duration of the expedition until we win. Nothing personal, but, you know, I gotta look out for me and mine. Fuck you, 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 fuck you. Holy shit. Oh my god, its weapons just decimated my shields in one hit. What the fuck? Granted, this isn't a fully tricked out living ship, but it's not a slouch. This thing's not weak. Okay, alright, 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 alright. You alright, sweetheart? Now, I am curious. I was doing 0 damage all the way across. Absolutely nothing. So this Radiance arm here, I still can't hurt it. I can't hurt it at all. Okay. Okay, so my weapons are not enough. So clearly we need the Radiant Core online before I can actually hurt that bastard. Huh. Well, that's horrifying. Thank you for that. Thank you for giving me a thing that could absolutely mollywop my ship. And granted, again, this isn't a fully tricked out living ship, obviously, but, like, it's not a slouch. It's not weak. It's, oh, shit. Fuck, 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 fuck. No, 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 no. This is what I'm looking for. Not mid-combat. Stop that. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, you. Where'd you go? Come here. Come here, you wee bastards. You ain't getting away. Absolutely fucking not. Nailed it. Man. They were rough. Not friendly at all. Most definitely not friend-shaped. Are you fucking serious right now? Well, that's too bad, because I'm taking both them cargo pods and you can suck my dick. Are we really out? We're entirely out? Oh, shit. Fuck you, 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 fuck you. Evade that. Piece of shit. Next. Man. Rude. Over here trying to salvage what I can from this derelict. Interrupting my good time. Inconsiderate is what it is. I don't think... Yeah, I think that's it. I think I got the two that were here, and then another one was blown up at the fight. So I'm pretty sure that's it. That is not an asteroid field. You're just throwing rocks at my head. While we're here, we might as well check out the main station. Want to see if they have any pulse spitter upgrades. Meow. So that was a fun experience. By fun experience, I mean terrible. Those little bastards scare me. Anywho. You know, I don't remember an expedition I bought this many upgrades on. You have an S-class blaze javelin, but you don't have any kind of S or A-class pulse spitters? Oh, you have one. Oh, it's 386? Shit, I might as well save my money. Back to home base. Honestly, I probably could have just done my one-way teleport. So there is a one-way teleport you can do to each base, even if you don't have a portal that's online, which is neat. I think that's really cool. I also think it's kind of silly. What do you mean I can teleport in, but I can't teleport out? Also, is it just me, or is the current situation with the swarm the perfect thing for me to summon a whole freighter to deal with, right? This is like a it's clearly a very big boy. Why can't I bring in my giant armed to the teeth pirate ship? I feel that it's warranted, you know? Like, call me crazy, but I really feel that it might be warranted to bring out the big guns on this one. And the biggest guns I have are that pirate ship. Where was Already got it. Oh, we haven't gotten it. We have gotten that one, okay. Just being weird, I guess. I haven't checked your inventory. Scatter blaster, geology cannon, neutron cannon, bolt caster. Nothing that I want. You're useless to me. Now, from what I understand, the experience is entirely different right now in multiplayer, on account of the fact that you have some people who are deciding to be traitorous jackholes and block mission objectives with bases by putting down a base on a mission objective. Apparently Hello Games is actually dealing with that actively though, so I don't think it'll be a problem for much longer, but unless some of you want to hop in, I'm not going to go into multiplayer. I'm sure it completely changes the experience. However, that sounds like a catastrophic pain in the ass that I don't want to deal with. Keys and thank you. What are we sitting at? 47,402? Not quite enough, I don't think. $49,697. Almost enough though. See, this is a kind of a suboptimal curious deposit that I set up shop next to, because typically you want ones that are on the slope of a hill, but they'll all roll in the same direction, so you can build a trench network to gather them up for you once you tap them. But these ones are on all sides of this hill, so it's a bit of a throw up on, you know, if it's gonna work or if they're all gonna roll in the opposite direction at the same time, which I've had happen and is a massive pain in the ass. Let's see, that's 6. Close enough. That's a fine split for me. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. With this last batch, that should well bring me over what I need to finally upgrade this multi-tool, because it's going to cost 50,000 nanites to bring it up from A class to S class, and that's the hive multi-tool from this event. They should have all cooked up enough by now. It's 1, 2, 300. I'm lowballing it just because. I should have only needed 400. 400. Yep, okay. We're good there. We can upgrade that multi-tool. Oh look, a machine we should not stick our dick in. You know what? Same about the Swarmer Hive, man. I know, due to all the red lights and the spikes, I should not put my penis in there. However, could be fun. Never know. I can dream, Harold. Oh, wait. These are once... Oh. You can only do these once a day? Well, shit. That means that I'm going to be doing a sabotage and a striker at least once a day, so that I could raise Weaver and lower everyone else. But I'm not helping everybody. No, sir. I'm not interested in even footing. The other teams can do the even footing thing so we can get a bit of a boost if they feel like it. But no. No, sir. Because, like, if you do that, it completely invalidates any sabotage you do. Because the sabotage is a -1 to both of them, whereas the other one gives +2 to everyone. So then it's just +2 to us and -1 to them. You piece of shit. You piece of garbage. You asshole. Anyway, moving on. Whee! Wake me up when we hit atmosphere. Yep. I just need a little nap. See, another thing about the expeditions is I don't have most of the inventory management or things that I can usually do when I'm zipping from planet to planet. Because, like, if I was in my Corvette, I could do all my inventory management, I could go and kick off some refinement, I could cook some food, I could do all that other stuff. But right now, nah, I don't have legs. I'm stuck in this chair. Which means the most productive thing I could do is nap. Holy shit. Hello. Does standard recognition, huh? Okay. Land, 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 land. Damn it. There you go. It's just sitting over here mashing the land button. Come on, man. Oh, look at that funky dude. Look at him go. He looks like an Eidolon. Oh, look at you. You look like a fairy that really let itself go. Then again, are mythological fairies capable of getting fat? Huh. I mean, because they're magic, right? And they're small. That's right, motherfucker. Get stunned, stupid. You picked the wrong house, fool. Nanotubes, microproc, and glass. Is that all? Microprocessor. Oh, and I have the glass. Nice. I know. Objective compris. Whee! Trainus planet. I mean, what? Huh? What? What's wild about living ships is you can still dictate microprocessor battery. Well, not battery, I guess in this case. It's power consumption levels. Like I could put everything to weapons and have minimal shields. Or I could have maximum shields but have, you know, comparatively weak weapons. It's weird. It is true, yeah. Sorry, lurkers over there. Fuck. They're a royal. I'm trying not to hold it against him. It's alright, I love you anyway, bud. No shame in being second place. Good, then you won't feel any shame then. That's the equivalent of just saying no you. Better material, please. Okay. Alright. Refinement time. Upgrade class, baby! Dire Wasp Disintegrator has been successfully upgraded. Multi-tool class, now S. Fuck yeah. Alright. So, we have a very odd layout here. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, so... okay, so that's impact fire damage and duration. This one's a ricochet module, and that one's just clip size. So at this point, until I get some S classes, that's gonna have to stay. we need to worry about over here, honestly. That does not need to be moved there. We can give just a little something to our underpowered blaze javelin. I'm absolutely fucking kidding, by the way. The thing slaps. Hello. Please tell me you have some modules that I want. No. No. Hot damn! Pulse spitter module. Okay, so we need to go home and then get some nanites and then come back and go home, get some nanites and come back. That's basically it. Discoveries. Okay, so this is Iboro and Noha. We'll go home and then warp back best we can. One-way trip, woohoo! That actually reminds me. We can start pulling modules off of this and putting it onto the new gun, because this is a cloned staff. This is not my OG, and because it's a clone staff, I really don't need to keep anything in this one. I can actually completely remove all the modules and move them over, and then scrap this one entirely if I felt like it. I actually kind of feel like it, just a little bit. I always overshoot. There we go. I like how the guide entry is basically just, if your multi-tool runs out of batteries, it will no longer, like, are you serious? Run out of batteries here? Any idea how much carbon I harvest? I could just pull a not Minecraft and go over to a tree and punch it a few times and it'll be fine. Silly. Silly. Okay. Do I need to break that up? I do. Breaking it up into 4 is enough for me, though. We have more than enough refineries now. And they don't cost any power, which is the best part. Actually, the best part might be being able to mix 2 elements, but they also don't cost any power, so that's the second best part. Yeah. Doke.
Toxin protection
Trust me, I know. $15.65. Yeah, that should be enough. That's not a vehicle, silly. Always wondered how something this big and orbular gets around, you know? Like, do you just have the best engines in the world on the back, or are you somehow multiversal omnipresent and you just change your fixed coordinates and all of existence, or? These are important questions I am definitely not going to get an answer to. Booyah, 10,000 ahead. I should also probably farm for upgrades for you, but as far as I know, the only way to really reliably get living ship upgrades is to go out and blow up endless amounts of asteroids so you can get an anomaly scanner, pop the anomaly scanner, fly, and hope that the one you get is the living ship anomaly. Pain. Oh, I am needed, so I will be right back. Hello, Ed. How you doing? You been playing the event? It was. My wife was asking me something. Let me check my discoveries list here. Nero Alpha? Is that what it is? I have 2,600 on me. That may be enough? Dropped in to watch while doing adulting, folding laundry? Well, we're not doing anything too interesting right now. We just raised the Expedition multi-tool to S class. Oh, that's not the right one. Now that it's S class, I suppose I should start switching between the other two. Because I wanted to, oh hey, look at that. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I wanted to raise that to S class and then shift most of the advantageous stuff on my current multi-tool onto this one. I don't think it's going to end up as powerful, but it would be nice to have a second multi-tool I could rely on, you know? That's the only reason. Plus, it looks really, really cool, so that might also have something to do with it. Space Station. Whee! Have you started the expedition yet? As much as I would love to enable multiplayer, man, I've been hearing some horror stories, so I'm not sure if I want to. This Seal Predin Cycler. You aren't the one I'm looking for, are you? You are not. Okay, so S classes are 645. I have 2,600. Haven't played much No Man's Sky. I would highly recommend it, although I will say that for this expedition, it would help if you at least understood the basics of a lot of the systems. I won't say it's a requirement. Alright, so we're going to be going back to Aboro and Oha after we pick up some of our stuff from here. But we don't have to come all the way back to the station to do that. We can honestly do that through the, we can honestly do that through the space anomaly, so. Alright. Where are my... There they are. So that one's done. Honestly, No Man's Sky is quickly becoming one of those games that you can just pick up and play if you want to play a game. I know that sounds weird, but you ever been in a mood where you're like, man, I want to play a game, but I don't know what kind of game I want to play? Well, do you want to play a turn-based creature battler? Do you want to play a base builder? Do you want to play an exploration game? Do you want to play a spaceship fight simulator? Do you want to play a on-ground fight simulator? Do you want to play a racing game? Do you want to play a mech game? Well, then play No Man's Sky. You want to play hardcore survival? That's in there too. You want to play a soft horror game where you're exploring derelict spaceship and you can't move very fast? Hey, that's No Man's Sky as well. Go figure. God, they've just added so much to it. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I was cycling through my tool variants. I parked here for the orb, and gosh dang it, I'm gonna harvest as many of them as I can. Get back here, you little shit. You can't get away from me. we lose any? I think we did. No, we got them all. I need to play again for the next time the Normandy becomes available again. That one cycles through pretty regularly, so, I mean, absolutely. You absolutely can. I think that one usually cycles close to the end of the year, just because it's a fan favorite for that one to come up. I do wish you could get multiple copies of the Normandy, but I understand why they didn't let us do that. It's a very powerful ship, so I get it. Though I kind of wonder, with everything they're doing with Corvettes and everything else, I wonder if we're going to get Corvette pieces that are kind of like the Normandy, where they're a tie-in, but they're like Corvette pieces. I'd very much like that. I think that there's a lot of potential there. Probably around November for N7 Day. Oh yeah, you're right. That is in November, yeah. That would make sense. I think that's when they... No, I think they did it a little later last year, actually. They did it closer in December. But that's because the expedition reduxes usually happen towards the end of the year, so they cycle through all of the expeditions that happened that year, as well as a couple fan favorites. Which is really cool. I like that they do that. They absolutely did not have to do that. Carbon. Can we refine a gold nugget, or is that just a poppable? Yeah, that's just a poppable. Oh, gonna have to pop that. Boop. Do I have any other things to break? I do not. I need iron. Iron, is that iron dust? Sorry, ferrite dust. Yeah, it's ferrite dust. We won't actually burn our ferrite dust, but we will burn our pure ferrite, because you can turn magnetized into pure ferrite, but you can't turn anything back into iron dust, so as far as I know. We're just trying to consolidate our inventory. I remember when this game came out, it was barely worth the storage space it took up on your machine with how buggered it was. They really did 180 on how the game came out. They did beyond a 180. So I looked up the original promises on release for No Man's Sky. I want to say it was a couple months ago. Whenever they released the Pokemon Battler, because yes, there's a Pokemon Battler in the game. I shouldn't even say Pokemon Battler, because Nintendo doesn't deserve that title. It's a Creature Battler. There is a Creature Battler, because those existed before Pokemon, and they'll exist after Pokemon's long gone. Anyway, Hello Games delivered everything they promised in No Man's Sky a while back. They hit parity like a long time ago of delivering everything they promised you'd be able to do. And they just kept fucking going. They're just like, huh? What? Stop. Stop. Why would we stop? No, more stuff. Better stuff. Cooler stuff. I want you to be able to collect creatures from randomly generated worlds with randomly generated traits. And I want to be able to fight them in an arena, but in a legally distinct fashion. Players want customizable ships. Well, what do they mean by customizable ships? Oh, they want to be able to take like the wings off of this ship and put it on this ship. Tell you what, we'll give the players that, and we'll let them build actual ships from the ground up. We'll call them Corvettes, and they will be huge and awesome. Like, what the fuck, man? Sean, please. You need to rest. You've already done so much. It's good though. It's a breath of fresh air to see a company doing that. Because most of them are just like, huh? Yeah, we'll maybe shit out an update this year and make them vote on whichever random bullshit we get that's basically less than a mod pack. Yes, I'm throwing shade at Mojang. Holy fuck, that place went to absolute hell in a handbasket after Notch left. Like, you look at the updates that they push out every year for Minecraft and you're like, this is less than you'd get in some, like, My First Mod Pack. Why? Cough, cod, cough. Yeah, cod too. Oh yeah, here's your Nicki Minaj skin and a game that's literally identical to the last game. That'll be 80 bucks, please. But you didn't do anything. I said that'll be 80 bucks, please. Okay. Okay, I guess. Fine, whatever. Fuck me, I suppose. We're grabbing as much nanites as we can here, so that whenever we go back to that other system, we can buy the boltcaster modules we need. Because, so my staff has super powerful charged attacks. What I'm gonna do is for the rifle, it's gonna have a bolt module or boltcaster modules and maybe a scatter blaster module. So the rifle is gonna have shotguns and a machine gun, and the staff has huge AoE blasts attached to it. Although again, I really don't think the rifle is going to catch up to the staff at all, because the staff has like 60,000 damage potential, and the rifle is currently topping out at 5,000 damage potential, I believe. It's not gonna get there. It's just not. Where is my... There it is. Whee! Every bit helps. Okay. Alright. At some point I need to go salvage module hunting so I can build a teleporter in here, but I am far too lazy to do that now. How lazy am I? Well, the closest portal is all the way over there in the space station there. That's too far. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fly out of atmosphere and yeah. Too lazy for that shit. I'll just bring this teleporter here instead. I was not aware that the missions were a once daily thing, or I think they cycle on 12-hour increments, so maybe not once daily. Twice daily, I guess. I did not know that until I just checked. I didn't realize that's what the timer was for. I fucking love that there's a creature battler in this game. It's so silly. You can even fight against the CPU. That's pretty funny. Oh. That is a very interesting helmet. A little horrifying, but okay. Does that count as a mecha? Does this count as a mecha? Does that make this whole thing a mecha? I'm gonna try and not think about that. Ah, yes, the big portal. Hello. I stood before the portal at Soleth Prime, but did not cross the threshold. I reached out, only the tip of my finger grazed the gateway. The next moment, I woke aboard the anomaly. I was transformed. The gateway here does not have the power of the ancient monoliths, though it shares aspects of their network. Use it as you wish. Okay. This is basically just a very large version of your standard portal network. Okay, we need to go to Enoha, I believe. We drop enough secondary modules in to make our pulse spitter absolutely slap. That's the plan. Because we want the rifle to be very rifly. And I might have our beam caster on there as well. Blaze javelin. So blaze javelin and a bolt spitter. Whee! Bonjour! Gimme, gimme. Pulse. 6-unit discount? What? Why are you giving me a discount? Weird. Yes, this one. This is the current multi-tool we're getting from this event. And my goodness. That is just... Every time I saw a rifle multi-tool, I was like, this thing looks terrible. Nah, this is the first one I've seen where I'm like, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted right there. It just looks like it means business. Like this multi-tool means fucking business, boys. And I'm not biased because it comes in red and white, alright? Definitely not biased, but this thing means business. I appreciate that. It's cool as fuck. Anyway. Gamma ray capture cell, fire rate, damage, clip size, reload time. Okay, so we're gonna take that one off of there. Hot damn! The damage potential jumped up 3,000 just for that one little change. Go figure. Huh. That lowered it, huh? That's similar for both of those variants? Okay. So... he is currently sold out. That means I need to leave and take a bit of a walk. Was that a solar sailor? Neat. I like these kinds. They look really cool. Sup? That's right, that's what the Vesper sale does. I always forget that. They're really cool when it comes to that whole self-sufficiency thing, but they really lack in the power department. Alright, we just need to fly around a little bit to be able to buy something again, because we should restock once we get a certain distance from the station. Either that or it's when we leave, and if it's when we leave, then we're just gonna have to, you know, pop in and out of this system, which is a pain, but it's doable. Holy shit, there are how many planets in this system? Yeesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are that's not all the contacts I'm seeing here. What are all the contacts I'm seeing? Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Just out of our range, huh? So I can appreciate that we need to finish the monument before we can take these things out, but my god, I think it would be a waste to not have these in the main game, because they are intimidating as fuck. And I'd love to be able to fight one of these in my Corvette, just 1v1 this bastard. Now the question is do they go automatically hostile when I get within a certain distance? Or... Yes, they do! Yes, they do! Oh god! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh my god! They took out 3/4 of my entire shield gauge with one fucking volley. That's scary. That's a scary boy is what that is. Alright, let's see if that was far away enough. Might be. So to recap, those things are massively heavily armed, capable of destroying one of the bastions of the space god, and completely and totally invulnerable to me right now. See, now that is how you make an intimidating threat. I know with the whole, what was it, breach expedition, with the whole being stuck between veils and the space squids following you around constantly and all that, I know that was supposed to be intimidating. That's not as intimidating as that big giant guy out there who's like, fucking try me. For some reason, it's a little more intimidating. Maybe it's all the spikes. Maybe it's the fact that he turned all of his RGB lighting onto just R, but he scared me a little bit. Okay, so we need to leave system and come back. Obviously. Huh. It's weird. Strange. For some reason, my base was saying return to primary save nearby system. That's a weird thing to say because I have to do that from the anomaly, not from here. All right, from here I should just be able to hop right back in to the Enoha. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, I may need to hop in and out of my starship and then reload the entire game, which I am 100% willing to do because I have the nanites. It's not like I'm cheating by duping things. I'm paying for it. I got the money. You just gotta let me be able to pay for it. Give me the opportunity to buy the dang module. You. Gimme. Hot damn. So a trip through the portal does it. Alright. Oh. Mo money, mo problems? Something like that, yeah. Now, the question is... So we've got this one... Oh, that brought me all the way up to 10k. How about that? So this is 5%. 11k. So that's up another 3k. Got it. Extra fire rate, extra power, impact fire damage. Granted, I am devoting a lot of my oomph to the pulse spitter, but that's the whole point of the rifle build. I might pull the blaze javelin out of the spear, but I don't know. It's a red themed weapon and it's a red themed spear, right? Well, staff. You know what I meant. So we'll go back to Tau. Fuck. Yay, Tau, I don't need to wait. Oh, that reminds me. Warframe. Can you guys see the showcase of Sirius and Orion? Funny as fuck. Hilarious. So they could have done the thing they did with Equinox, right? If you've played Warframe, or if you haven't played Warframe, sorry. Equinox is one of the Warframes in that game, which is a biomechanical weapons platform that you play as. And Equinox is this Warframe that can shift between two different aspects, which is the day aspect and the night aspect. Each one has different powers. One of your powers switches between the forms, and then the other 3 powers are unique. So essentially it's 6 powers on one frame, right? But when Equinox shifts, their body changes. Like, their entire body changes between the day and the night form. Like, from top to bottom, it changes. Sirius and Orion are are a Warframe that has 2 aspects to it, right? This sounded familiar. But instead, when you switch between them, what it is the one that you are not playing as comes up and mule kicks the other one out of the way so he can have a turn to fight. Because they're both there at the same time, but you're only actually controlling one of them at any given time. And the other one that wants to fight, whenever you use the ability to shift between them, just rolls up and kicks him. It's my turn. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. Aww. It's such a silly way to shift forms between a frame, and I love it. I can feel the sibling rivalry. I like it. Also, I saw quite possibly the grossest thing, since we're on the subject of Warframe. We've been getting a big influx of tourists lately in Warframe. Now, what do I mean by tourists? I mean people who know about Warframe through TikTok and Twitter and Blue Sky, obviously. You know how I know the person I'm about to talk to is a tourist? Well, I'll just tell you what happened, and you can be the judge of how I know this. They were talking about the Sirius and Orion reveal. They said, oh, they look so cool, and all this other stuff, and blah blah blah, the design and all this yada yada yada. And then they said that they really wanted to they really like their design, and they'd really like to ship them with another Warframe. Now, some of you, those of you who've played Warframe, may see where I'm going here. They said they wanted to ship them, both of them, with Jade. With Jade. Now, those of you who don't play Warframe, no idea what I'm talking about. Let me explain. Sirius and Orion are the very first case of a naturally grown Warframe. What does that mean? Most Warframes are basically made out of fully grown humans. Sirius and Orion grew. Sirius and Orion were born a Warframe baby that grew. Sirius and Orion were born from one of our arch enemies, the Stalker, and his lover. They're both basically Warframes. His lover is one of the only Warframes who was ever able to get pregnant, and she was pregnant with the Stalker's child. His lover was Jade. So this tourist would like to ship the new frame, Sirius and Orion, Jade's children, with Jade. Yeah. I think maybe we should gatekeep Warframe just a little harder. Just a little harder. Just to make sure that the people who just care about shipping and fandom and all that stuff, the people who really want to wedge all of that bullshit that has nothing to do with the game of, oh my god, these frames would totally date, all that stuff, we need to gatekeep them a little harder. Because they're trying to ship the dual aspect children with their mother. And I understand that incest is a kink, but no, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and put my foot down and yuck all over that yum. We're not doing that. You can get the fuck out of here. That's... No. Absolutely fucking not. Ugh. Ugh. They got really defensive when I called them on it. They said that they have hundreds of hours in Warframe and they didn't know what my problem was. Hundreds of hours. Fuck. 16,513.0. Interesting. Interesting. 18,457. Right, that's a supercharged node. So-called degenerates when real degenerates walk in. It's not even a case of, oh well, your degeneracy is clearly higher than my degeneracy. It's there are some lines you don't cross, and shipping these kids with their dead mother. Oh yeah, spoilers. Jade died in childbirth, by the way. So she died giving birth to them. I just want to put that one out there in case you're wondering why I'm really truly disgusted with this whole thing. Why is that not synergizing? What the fuck? Why is my waveform oscillator not synergizing? It's weird. It's like the one thing that's not synergizing there. So there are 4 supercharged slots here, and I am using all of them for the pulse spitter, and that has brought the rifle's power up to 18,457. Now that is still a far cry below the ridiculous amount of power given to me by the staff. However, the rifle looks really fucking cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and not care about that. I do need more slots, and that's kind of an issue right now. We definitely need more slots on this damn thing. Ugh. Okay, all right, Lurker. You're correct. You are absolutely correct. I'm being selfish, and I need to stop being selfish. So I did say I was gonna not do that last quest for the day because it helps all of the teams out. But the thing is it also advances the time, or reduces the time it will take, because it's adding plus 6 points to the board, and this is a point-based system. So you're entirely correct. This would speed along the progress of building the prismatic shrine, or the prismatic beacon, I think. So yes, I will do it, Lurker, but shut up. I feel called out. How dare you? Okay. Whee! How many? Oh, I still have 4,000 nanites. I have 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. That's still plenty. Again, I could fly all the way over there, but I'm too lazy for that, so we're not going to do that. Prismatic core, that's what it's called. We're already up to 9%, which is pretty good since this thing released on, what, Friday? And it's going to be going for 60 days total. So it's going to be going for 60 days. It started on Friday, and we're already almost 1/10 of the way there. That's not bad. Just straight schmoovin' and groovin', I guess. $10K lead. You love to see it. Alright, restore. Prevent biosphere corruption. Okay. What are we sitting at right now? Prismatic core construction, 9%. Okay. So this is 836,000, 826,000, 820,000. And all of these added together adds up to 9% of the total construction. Wow. Because each mission gives you, like, this one's +2, +2, +2 to all of them. And then the main Hello, Aylward. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. And then this one over here gives a +3. And then this one gives a -1 to the other two to give you a chance to go into the lead. All right, fine. Let's do this. Swarm activity detected, you don't say. Yeah, seeing that massive twisted metal and angry evil bees just warp into any system I go to. See, that is how you make an intimidating enemy in No Man's Sky. Because even if I had my fully armed, fully tricked out, fully kitted Corvette with me, I'm pretty sure I still wouldn't want to try and take that thing on. It'd scare me. I don't want to deal with that. It's too big. It's too damn big. Okay, ammonia, salt, dissonance detected because it always is. Seems like every planet we've hit this time has always constantly had dissonance. Oh, you only have 2 on us? Goodness. Must have really tapped out everything else. Where did I pick up platinum? When did I pick up platinum? Whee! See, I really like the cockpit design for this ship, but man, living ships are kind of unwieldy, you know? You gotta find the organs and all this other stuff. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to do. Boop. Damn, look at that long-legged bitch. Look at him go! Anyway. We can dig up the dart. And maybe stop cycling past the one I need. You know, I'm really surprised they don't stun swarmer drones after you for clearing those out. Really the next closest one? Eesh, there really weren't as many as I thought. Why does every planet I go to lately have toxic dust devils on it? I moved away from California to avoid that shit, damn it. +2 to Weaver, +2 to Sage, +2 to Royal. Okay, so that means the overall total, if you do all of your missions every day, is +5 to your team. +1 to everyone else's team. Because you give them a +2, but you also give them a -1, so that kind of, yeah. So +5, and then, oh, jeez, that, no, fuck. Gross. Fart cloud. Anyway. Yeah, I guess it's a 5 to a 1 and 1. There's really, you're not losing too much in doing all of it. Ooh. Ooh. Fast reload. Are you following me? What the fuck? Why? Leave me alone. We are looking for a very specific kind of structure. Abandoned crate. No. See, now it's showing me the dissonance crystals, but I'm looking for a dissonance tower, which is different. It grows like right next to the crystals, but you can use it for something else. Namely, summoning a group of very, very angry, corrupted
Extreme night toxicity.
Bingo! Okay, so there's one. That's 572 out. Did she just say extreme night toxicity? What the fuck would it be more toxic at night? What is this, 4chan?
Incoming storm.
Okay, that one's 300, so we'll go this way.
Technology recharge.
I wish to pet this creature. That's right, come and get me. Good, that's what we want. Give me a reason to test this. Hot damn, blue flames, really? So, machine gun is right. However, it does chew through ammo. So it's safe to say that the pulse spitter is effective. It just kicks like a mule. Goodness. Wait, are those storm crystals? Ooh. We're gonna go ahead and shift over to stop that. You know what? I got one of those too. Okay, but the blaze javelin isn't worth shit. Wow. Okay, so that thing shot out 38 shots in 2 trigger pulls. I just needed to test this out, so I'm gonna have to really stock up on ammunition. I'm used to using recharger weapons, which are weapons that you can just straight up convert resources into what you need.
Toxic damage detected.
Excuse you, I'm not looking to repair my life support. I'm looking to... Thank you. Would you like to risk your life and repair your life support? Not in mid-combat, I'm still... Fuck. Not in mid-combat, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to need to buy multiple thousands of ammunition. It's a good thing I have so many repair kits. Oh, yeah, or we could just use ferrite dust. Really? That's all it takes to repair your life support? Oh well. Okay, so I need a metric fuck ton of ammunition. Because this thing was able to shoot out 38 rounds in roughly half a second. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna need so much ammunition. I'm not used to carrying that. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to my home system and regroup real quick. Doop 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 doop. Bomb. Granted, so I think I need a recharger weapon and a standard weapon on here for it to really feel good. The thing is I don't know if I want the standard weapon to be... Actually, no, it couldn't be that because that would require plasma, so that's still technically an ammunition weapon. Yeah. So I suppose it would have to be the Blaze Javelin, but that means I would need to gut my staff. Well, get the Blaze Javelin part of my staff at least. Which isn't a great loss. Hello. Iteration 2394829084924924924G. A perfect fit. What I love about the anomaly, first of all, there's just one anomaly and it's anchored throughout the multiverse, and you're basically just calling a rendition of a portal to it to you. You're not calling the whole thing itself, which is interesting. But what I truly love about the anomaly is the fact that in the Breach expedition, where you were stuck in the place between worlds where the anomaly was just empty. So you were in a place between worlds, which is a scary concept. Hey, we're up to 10%. Look at that. God damn. Hey, yo, that's a big fucking progress bar. Fortnite? Where's my keys? I need something to jingle jangle at you to maintain your attention. That is still one of my absolute favorite videos on the internet. From a guy who I've like respected and followed for a long time, fucking Mark. The jingle jangle jingle jangle video absolutely fucking kills me every time I see it. Okay, a long time ago, the backrooms. Oh no, I said your favorite word. Jingle jangle jingle jangle. The backrooms. See, jingle jangle. It fucking kills me every time, because I'm like, yeah, when you're trying to explain the origin of things that people on the internet profess to love, that's kind of how it is. Because like, they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, liminal spaces in the backrooms and blah blah blah, and you'll be like, oh yeah, like SCP, and they're like, I don't know what SCP is. Well, back in the day, before the back rooms, jingle jangle, jingle jangle. Fucking love that shit. Mark's a gem. He truly is. All right, we're going to go ahead and regroup. No. Although I will say that nowadays, the website is... It might as well be defunct. Much of the original people who gave that place life are gone, myself included. I actually went and I logged in recently into my account, which I'm surprised it's still active at all, and they didn't just purge it from the roles, but apparently if they were going to do that, they would have had to have... Home again, okay. If they were going to do that, they would have had to have gotten rid of my contributions, and they didn't want to do that. I went to some of the stuff that I wrote, and I found that people had edited them in ways that, you know, I wouldn't have to try and change the story. Like, not even like the addendum page, which was there. No, they straight up trying to change the core stuff of it. So I go in with, you know, it's still my account. I'm still there. It's Dr. K over here. And I revert the changes to like years ago, to the last time I worked on it, with a little note on there that said, original author here, I did not give you permission to change my stuff. Your changes were not in line with my actual vision. I've reverted them to my actual vision. A moderator reverted that and said, you need to put it by moderators before you revert changes to things that it doesn't matter that you wrote it. It has been changed since then, and you need to get a moderator's permission before you revert changes to things. I just sat there for a second and I was like, you know what? Fuck this website. I'm done. I'm not even gonna try anymore. We out. Yes. However, my username on that side is tied to more public facing accounts that I have. So I would really let's just say I wrote stuff and keep it at that. I ain't gonna dox myself, because if you are creative and resourceful, as I know you all are, and handsome. Have I mentioned handsome lately? You could absolutely use that username to try and find, you know, me, and we're not doing that. we're not doing that. Ask me how I know. People have done it. Probably. You... maybe. If... yeah, maybe. It depends. Do you like cosmic horror, body horror, dimensional horror, liminal spaces, or whimsical skips? If you saw any of those, then yeah, you probably saw some of my work. Oh, they just spawn out in the world. That's neat. I'm surprised I didn't scan that already. So you don't actually have to go on a mission. You can just find buried swarm debris out there. But is there a point to unearthing it? Like, is there an actual point? The Infinite IKEA is one of my favorite entries. Fuck. Now, me personally, the stewards of the Infinite IKEA. I love the concept of the stewards of the Infinite IKEA because of the fact that during the daytime they're perfectly friendly and nice, and then they're genuinely like okay to deal with. And then night falls in the Infinite IKEA, and all of a sudden those vaguely Swedish, no face having, strangely proportioned entities are not as happy to direct you towards the meatballs. Please leave the store. Could you point me to the exit? Please leave the store. Could you point me to the exit? Please leave the store. Okay, this is where I die. Fuck. Alright, we need to go and buy ammo. That's what we need to do. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to scrounge enough ammo in the short term, because I have a feeling I'm going to need my gun very soon. So we're going to go and just try and buy a metric shit ton of ammunition. I feel that that's going to be the easiest way to sort of shortcut all this. Yes, we are still making nanites. Because reasons. We're also doing hydrogen cycling, which I know is a slow way to get what I'm looking for. But, you know. Get out of my car now. Wow. God, before this recent foray back into there, the last thing I had put on that website, and it was back when I was still writing, was an addendum to the test logs of a popular skip, and this is when I knew the place was going downhill and why I stopped really writing, because like this was a log that everyone always contributed to, right? Because that was one of the fun things about it. So I wrote up my contribution to the log, to this test log, and I submitted it, and then it was reverted and deleted with a note that said, this log is effectively closed as it is too popular to allow just anyone to make entries into it. To which the creator of the damn thing comes in and he's like, I never closed this. I never authorized this being closed. If you want to contribute to this test log, you can contribute to this test log. That's why it's an addendum test log and not part of the main article. Please do not speak on my behalf. Which, what a fucking G. But at that point, like, that had already soured my mood because that was a new thing there. The whole thing was like, there's a section for critiquing the main article, and then there's a section for, you know, contributing through addendums. And the addendums could be like test logs, they could be MTF, task force logs, they could be all this other stuff. And that was the first time I ran into somebody who was just like, actually, this collaborative effort isn't collaborative and you need to stop. Yeah, at that point I was like, I don't think I feel very collaborative here anymore. I'm probably gonna skedoodle now. Fucking power tripping mods, that was the start, and that was right around 2015, 2016. Yeah. That was unfortunately the start. I'm not even gonna go through the efforts of building solar panels here because biofuel reactors are now so efficient I don't think I need them. What am I using? 10 kp used. That's 4,500 kp. Okay, 50 kp available. Grid power storage 90,000 kp. Charge rate 0 because they're full, obviously. So we're using 10 kp. 90,000 divided by 10. Is that per second? Or is that per minute? I think it's per second. So it'd be 900 seconds if the power went out. Oh well. No, that was about the time I decided I would stop even offering. I kept in contact with some of the people that I worked with there, but man, my heart just wasn't in it when you've got people trying to dictate how and when you can. There was a structure, all right? I'm not going to say that there was never a structure, but when it came to collaboration pages, it was a little more loosey-goosey as long as you were following the general style guide, which is important. Because you can't just put in there, and then 682 blew up the world, you know? Like, that's obviously a no-go, but if you're following the style guide and the general, like, outlines for whatever skip you're writing for, it wasn't an issue. And then all of a sudden it became an issue because somebody didn't like that an article's addendum page was too popular. Fucking Christ. I have a good idea. You know this website that's kept alive through the power of a whole bunch of disparate users' creativity coming together and creating something more than the sum of its parts? Let's stifle that creativity and instead wedge in a whole bunch of self-inserts and a whole bunch of other bullshit. That's a good idea. That'll definitely not make this website a laughingstock that people stay away from then on, and it will only be populated by ideologues that actually I can't stand because they're exactly like me and I hate people like me. Like, what's going through your head, man? Yes, finally. The website is in peace. I've chased away all the creatives. Now we can create things. But the things you create suck. Mods, ban that man. Fucking hell. Yep. Okay. So, the next thing I need to do after I buy this metric fuck ton of ammunition, or at least as much ammunition as I can, is I need to go fishing for anomaly detectors. So the way you get upgrades for a living ship is very different from the way you get upgrades for a normal ship. The way you get upgrades for a normal ship is you walk up to a guy at a counter and you fucking buy them. However, this ship is alive, so it doesn't really work. It's not really. You can't just go and buy something, all right? You gotta find something that's grown, all right? So the quote, there's massive mile-high quotation marks around this next word, the easiest way to be able to get new mods for the living ships is through not whispering eggs, void eggs. And the way that you find those is through anomalies. So basically, go out in space and find that shit. That's what it boils down to. Hold on, wait. It's ferrite dust, yeah, okay. I'm sorry if I wasn't more clear. When I say we're going to go buy a metric fuck ton of ammunition, I mean we're going to get a metric fuck ton of ferrite dust
Product received.
to craft a bunch of ammunition. Because it's not always for sale. $87.50. So if this thing, it's 38 in less than a second, let's say 0.5 seconds, probably be able to round that up honestly. So it's probably about 50 in 0.5 seconds. So which means it was shooting about 100 rounds a second. So this thing can now fire for 87.5 seconds. But that doesn't take into account need to reload and all that, despite the reload being very quick. I think max is 140 in the magazine, if I remember correctly. And then we'll need to tear out the upgrade modules for my blaze javelin out of my other weapon. But what I really fucking need are slots. Oh, but they're so expensive. Oh, but they're so expensive. I don't want to do that. That means I'm gonna have to actually farm units. And man, I brought enough trade goods on this mission from home for a standard expedition. I'm not out here trying to reinvent the wheel or buy up massive oceanfront masses of property, okay? Oh my god, it's so small. Look at it. It doesn't even really have a barrel. It just kind of goes, eh. It just sort of ends. Jesus Christ. Aw. It's alright, little buddy. It's not the size that counts. Look, I'm trying to make him feel better, okay? Alright, let's see. What do I have in my other... Because if I break down my Crimson God's prison, I can get a couple slot upgrades from this and wedge it into the new one. But I don't really have space for all this shit. Fuck. I really don't have space for all this shit. Survey device. That doesn't need to go on there. That's already on there. 2016 47 21, 2016 47 21, 2016 47 21. Okay, so we have very similar things. That's triple identical. That's almost triple identical, give or take. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and commandeer our scanning tech first. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and try and cram all of our scanning tech into there first. Because again, the way that multi-tools work in between... Wow, my brain just gave out. Expeditions, that's the word I was looking for. The way that multi-tools work between expeditions is you clone it while you're on the expedition, and you can bring back that clone, but that clone does not affect the one that you left behind. But I will not be bringing back a clone because you can only bring back one multi-tool, and the one multi-tool I'm going to be bringing back is the one I earned on this expedition. Because damn it, I spent 50,000 nanites on the damn thing. I'm gonna get my fucking money's worth, alright? Alright, let's switch back our multi-tools real quick so we can wedge in those scanning upgrades. But where? Oh my god, I just realized. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh no. The Blaze Javelin is currently so underpowered compared to the other weapon that despite me moving it completely out of sequence, my damage potential did not drop at all. It's not even registering as a blip. There's nothing there. Aw. Poor Blaze Javelin. It's a good weapon, I swear. Okay, alright. That's 3279, okay. We need to find out which one of these is better, and you're not. Same question. You are also not. Anything that has 3 instead of the 4 stack for scans, it just pales in comparison to a 4 stack. Even if you're getting that little extra bit of scan radius, it's not the same. Okay. Alright, which one of you is the best one? Probably the 32. Yep, 625.7 max scan distance. That works. Right, and this thing is not interacting at all, so it doesn't even fucking matter, does it? Wait, what? I just realized. Same protest, what the fuck? You're telling me that my impact igniter doesn't actually... Okay, well if my impact igniter doesn't... Oh, no, that's a supercharged slot. Can't move that. What about you? You're not supercharged. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so... You're occupying my sole supercharged slots on here. And that's why you're so... ridiculous right now. I can't actually move you into optimal positions because these are in this weird... L-shaped pattern. Right, the advanced combat scope. A recoil stabilizing weapon scope for precise combat. Recoil stabilizing, you say?
Technology installed.
Thank you. I need that. I need the recoil stabilization. Badly. This doesn't say how to activate it. Is this a secondary tech? It just says weapon precision enhancement. I've got to assume that it's a passive and not like something you need to activate. We'll test it out. Next, I need to port over my ALU sub items on account of the fact that that can boost my laser. So impact igniter, doesn't matter where you go, you can just go over there. 1, 2, 3. That's the exact amount that I'm going to be bringing over. Oh boy, I hope you guys like the item stacking in Resident Evil, because that's basically what we're doing here. I already have an ALU, so I don't need that. All of these are identical, right? Cool. Identical boosts all around, baby. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm out of pocket space. Okay. All of these are going to be sold. Wait, what do they break down for? They don't. If you don't have them installed, you can't break them down for stuff. Okay, well, they're definitely being sold then. Your name's Yesterger? Yesterger. Yesterger. Okay, alright. I just wanted to make sure. That's an incredibly stupid name. I just want to put that out there. That is a really stupid name, alright? That's just really dumb. As long as we understand each other. That's just really dumb. Okay. So we will be taking our dazzling beam amplifiers off of this one and moving it over to the other one. Store. Especially since these look like peak mods. I probably recycled them through a bunch of different cloned expeditions and just don't remember doing it. Because when you bring back a cloned multi-tool, it has a copy of all the technology you have on it. So if you have one peak mod and you fight your way through an expedition, then you can rip that peak mod out of the clone and put it back on the original, so then you have 2 peak mods. And so on and so forth. Switch multi-tools back. This is purely for utility purposes. Wait, what? Oh, right, that's pulse splitter. That needs to stay there, doesn't it? It does. Fuck. Because I'm willing to bet if I remove that, hold on. Go ahead and store this over there. If I move this. Holy shit. My damage potential dropped by damn near 1,000. Yeah, never mind. That stays where it is. I'm just gonna have to work around it in an L shape, I guess. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What if I were to... Aha! 19,141 compared to 18,457. That's almost another 1,000 increase. My brain worky sometime. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Is this one also? That one's supercharged. Okay. Alright, the double isn't worth moving it for the supercharge. But you, okay. Alright. So you are a generic amplifier? You're a generic amplifier. What if I were to... 17... Okay. So we're maxing out at 19141.1 right now. Not bad, not bad. And you can shift right there. Means that you can shift right there. Wild how effective those supercharged slots are. Okay, we'll go ahead and shift that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. Good, so I've got my ALU, standard mining beam upgrades. Oh, standard, these are pretty much peak. And we can install the last one now. That means that our gun is now jam-fucking-packed. We need slots, and to do that we either need credits or we need to find them. Or we could wait until we get back to my main save, because I have like 40 sitting in a box somewhere. Because I usually don't use them on expeditions unless there's a specific multi-tool that you can earn. Okay, now that we have slightly more ammunition. What am I doing? I'm not walking. Fuck walking. Who walks? Ugh. Damn. That really tempers the recoil, like a lot. Okay. Now that I have a metric fuck ton of ammunition, we need to find another one of those gubbins so we can annoy these guys again, because standard sentinels don't live on this planet. I can't imagine why. It's such a nice neighborhood. I can't imagine why they don't want to live here. Honestly, I really like the concept of the swarm as a bad guy. I hope they get reutilized in the future because they are really cool. Oh, there are things down there that want to eat me. I am not going in. We're already picking one fight. We don't need to pick 2. Or 15. Alright, that's the ferrite dust. Okay, we have over a full stack, so where are you? Really? Nowhere close by. That's more of a surprise than anything. Usually those towers are everywhere. Okay. So it is just a straight alt. Got it. Look at that majestic flag waving in the alien breeze. God damn, I love being a weaver. Alright. We're looking for a tower so we can poke that and anger these guys again. That is not a tower, not a tower. It's purple like a tower, but that's not what I'm looking for. Not a tower, not a tower, not a tower, not a tower. Okay. Pick a direction, walk in that direction. Oop. Jacking shit out here. Man. Nope. I like how you can find deuterium-rich plants, but instead of actually being able to harvest the deuterium from them, they just amplify your backpack when you poke them. Unlike these oxygen-rich plants, which you can just pillage for oxygen. Huh. There one is. Ah, yes. The orb. The other way to annoy these guys. Hey, yo. Y'all are already spawned over here? You mean I don't even have to annoy you? I can just walk up and start shooting? Hot damn. Lucky me. Okay. Inventory is currently fucked. Don't need that. Don't need that. Hiya, buddy. Holy shit. can burst down shields that quickly? No. Thanks for taking the bait, though. Stupid. Gimme, 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 gimme. It's mine now. It's too late. I have stolen it. You don't like it? Do something about it. Shouldn't have tried to do something about it, stupid. I still have 10,000 ammo. Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me, Tim. So it's safe to say that the pulse spitter is just absolutely slaps. I hadn't really used it before on account of the fact that I was going with the big bada boom hit weapons. This is, however, incredibly effective. You mean hunting? It's not like I'm hiding from you. The only problem is the recoil's a real bitch. So now that this is upgraded and pretty much ready for anything I can face on the ground, no matter how horrifying it might be, I need to do the same for my ship. Are you below me? Are you... Really? Oh, now you want to spawn up here. Oh, don't worry, I'm not hiding. I'm right here. Okay, that's how that works. Got it. So if we switch through there... Right. Close range, baby. Fucking love that shit. Nailed it. Dissonance spike detected. Right. That's leading me to one of their ships, right? Okay, so very effective. However, if I'm using my paralysis mortar, it's not very accurate. So if you use a paralysis mortar, you gotta close in close or be willing to waste a lot of ammo trying to wrestle the whole thing down. Which, I mean, if you have 10,000 rounds, sure, fine, but...
Technology recharge.
But the paralysis mortar is where the big damage comes from, because if you stun them with the paralysis mortar, then the voltaic amplifier can give plus 21% damage to just about everything while they're stunned. So that adds up a lot when you're shooting lots of bullets. Or shooting big bullets. Yeah. Oh, we actually got a long way from our ship looking for that. Okay, so we need to build up our living ship, much like we built up our, You are horrifying to look at. I just want to put that out there. We need to build up our living ship just like we built up our rifle. That way, if the swarm decides to fight us on the ground, or if it fights us in the sky, we'll be ready. I imagine the final fight is probably going to be in the sky against the big, stonking super weapon that they've got. That's going to be a fun experience. So, unfortunately, what we've got to do is we've got to go asteroid popping. Which is not very entertaining, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You're flying around and you just blow up as many asteroids as you can, that's it. That's all you're doing. Until you get an anomaly scanner, or you have a whole stack of anomaly scanners, and then you pop the anomaly scanner, and you hope that it's going to give you a void egg. And then when you get that void egg, you hope that it's going to give you one of the mods that you need instead of one that you already have maxed out. So it's a random chance for the sensor to drop from an asteroid. It's a random chance for that sensor to give you the encounter you want, and then it's a random chance for the void egg to give you the mod that you need. What I'm saying here is, let's go gambling.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Why is it raining poop water outside? It's gross. Oh, hey. Right. Boop. Huh. Do I have anything I can trim down? I really think I do. Aside from the ferrite dust, but I'm holding on to that to turn it into more ammunition. There really isn't. Aside from me liquidating some of my plants with salt. Which I suppose I can do. Like, that's not hard. We can do that. Where's my... So that's paraffinium. And I know that not star bulb, the solanium. This is phosphorus, right? Yes. Just to stack it with my existing phosphorus. Okay, that's enough space. It's fucking windy. It's definitely faster to do it the other way. Alright, those will cook.
Toxic protection. Fully. Weather update. Storm
As
clearing.
soon as I get in my ship, the storm clears. Ain't that just about a bitch? Okay. We need our scream suppressor to be upgraded. Because despite it being supercharged, we getting fucked up over here, man. Oh, spewing vents is currently supercharged? Yeah, we don't need that. We have our grafted eyes. We're gonna go ahead and, every little bit helps, because every time we've gone out, our shields have been absolutely cratered. That's not a fun experience. All of you can move this way. How much power do you lose? It's just 3k. It's not that much, especially since I'm not going to be using you, so it doesn't fucking matter. 8009. 7917. Got it. So that's double supercharged. That's singularly supercharged. We're good. Okay. Well, time to go asteroid popping. Whee! Trying to think. Do I have... No? Okay, yep, we're going asteroid popping, I guess. To be honest, this is a really light asteroid field. I'm used to them being, thicker. With 2 C's. Plenty of platinum, none of what we actually fucking need. Seems to be the way of things. When did I pick up a pirate transponder? When did I kill pirates? Oh well. we're gonna do a micro jump to see if we can find a better debris field. We're looking for anomaly finders, and those are only found, as far as I know, by popping asteroids, unless they've added a new way to get them. As far as I know, that's it. You can also occasionally just run into an anomaly, but the chance is so low. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking for. The idea is to have the area around you so dense you can just look in a random direction and you'll still be harvesting. It speeds things along. A lot. Really? Oh. Oh, I was only getting tritium hyperclusters. That makes sense. Oh! I'm not flying into that. We're going this way now. You think they added another way? Well, we just got one lurker, so let me go ahead and look it up, because this is one of those few games where a wiki is just almost essential. It's just like Warframe. Let me look that up real quick. Let's see if there's another way to do it. Can y'all guys believe I put in my prescription at the pharmacy on Thursday, and they only just told me today that it is ready and ready, not available for pickup. It needs to be looked over by a technician before it can be cleared for release. Like, dude, Thursday. It's fucking Sunday, man. Anomaly detector, there it is. Source occasionally received on shooting asteroids, can be received for free from an Explorers Guild envoy if at the rank of master. No, okay. Can be found from abandoned wreckages that occasionally spawn on planets with salvageable scrap. Okay, so derelict freighters on planet side, asteroids, and Explorers Guild if you have master rank. Okay. Yep. So the best way for me to do it, since I'm not master rank, is to continue popping asteroids. Is also a really good way to practice your flying. To just zip in between asteroids and pick out singular ones to blow up without blowing up the other ones. Still only one anomaly detector, huh? That's more surprising than anything. Wonder what the drop rate is. Didn't say that on the website. I want at least 2. At the very least. Why so many tritium hyperclusters? You know I don't give a shit about those. $21 tritium hyperclusters. Excessive. I say as I pick up another one. Because of course I fucking do. Oh please, make my day. I want you to make the last mistake of your entire life. You're really gonna try and fight me for my anomalous sludge? Please. Please. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here I go killing again. What's the matter, buddy? You look like you're having trouble getting behind me. You should know I don't receive, I only give. Goodbye. Yeah, you don't say. Okay, we're now up to 2. I'm mostly just looking to get maybe 3. 5 would be a pretty sweet spot, but since it's taken this long to even get 2, I'm good with 3 and then cruising for 3 skips. Like, I'm fine with that. It's just a matter of getting the right encounter. That's the annoying thing, because what if I really want the Void Egg and I don't care about any of the others unless they can give me a Void Egg? I may be flying slightly recklessly, but only slightly. I tell you, it's hard out here for a living shipwrighter, man. First of all, it has to be fed all the time. Second of all, you can't just fit it with standard upgrades. No, no, no. It needs a whole ass organ transplant. I just have to call it a day with just 2 of them. Goodness. You're really making this difficult for me, ain't you? There we go. That's 3. Alright, so now we just get out of the asteroid field, please. Thank you. And here we go. Thanks for the sulfurine, I guess. I think when I get back to main save, I'm probably gonna build a smaller Corvette. Nope, 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 mm-mm. Hello, would you like to talk? Hello, large one. I know if I touch you, you will probably kill me. Would you like to speak? Oh, he of the giant flaming eye. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I poke him... Okay, alright. Well, he's got a response for that, and it's a giant heat wave beam of death. We're gonna go ahead and... Wait, can I... Oh god, that's worse, that's worse, that's worse. Man, did that even do any damage? No. It's 0 damage. Zero damage. Oh, look at his little butt. This little asteroid larva butt. It's got a jet engine strapped to it. Well, growing from it. Okay, well, you've got nothing for me, so... 3rd time's a charm. Whee! This isn't what I was looking for, but I don't think I've hit this encounter before. We sense intelligence. Can you parse these thoughts, skin-bound creature? Take care of your fragile life out here in the deep dark. Oh, he gave me nanites. I have a feeling I don't want to poke the sentient, hyperconductive, gravity well having telepathic creature. I have a problem. I don't want to poke that. I'm not gonna poke that. We're gonna... Yeah, you also stay safe. Please don't hurt me. And that is, unfortunately, all 3 of my anomaly scanners. I wish there was an easier way to get them, man. I know that there's item dupe glitches and stuff like that, but it kind of flies in the face of playing the game. Item glitches are where I draw a hard line. Like, oh yeah, this is a survival game. I'm gonna go ahead and dupe this thing. Yeah, but... like, duping a multi-tool because you brought it on an expedition and you brought it back is one thing. Just straight up duping an item in your inventory for nothing? Nah, that don't sit right with me. Parking. Oop, I need to check something real quick. Sorry. Oop, there it is. Good. But I don't know if I really like the vault door as a chest plate, you know? It's pretty minimalist. Like, the vault door is the one that comes with this set. I don't really like it, you know? Gross, that armor has hair. I feel that this one is strictly a better version of the armored shoulder pads. Maybe that's just me. Although the armored shoulder pads are more minimalistic down the middle, so I guess that is a plus. Oops, that's not what I was looking for. I'll probably run this one. It's minimalist enough for me to like, because I'd take it off entirely if I could. I don't think I can, because I really like the look of this chest piece. All right. Alright, kids, we actually got a lot done today. Because our ground weapon is now up to snuff. Now we just need to get the Wraith also up to snuff. That's gonna take some doing, but we'll get there. I appreciate you coming out and spend some time with me, and I will see you guys when I can. Bye for now.